Hello and welcome to Sunday's show at the Wacky Bookshelf. For those new here, this channel is all about books you didn't know about. If you are a returning subscriber, we thank you for watching our videos and building the channel. We are a community of explorative readers, and we are always open to new book suggestions. All of our book reviews can be found in the description below, along with our merchandise and book blog. Please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for new content. Thank you for your support, and now on to today's book.
Zhuan Falun by Li Hongzhi is the foundational text of Falun Dafa, Falun Gong, a spiritual practice that combines meditation, qigong exercises, and a moral philosophy rooted in truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance. The book presents a comprehensive explanation of Falun Dafa's teachings, offering insights into the nature of the universe, the human body, and the process of spiritual cultivation. The book is divided into 9 lectures, each delving into various aspects of Falun Dafa. Li Hongzhi begins by discussing the purpose of life and the importance of returning to one's original, true self through cultivation practice. He explains the concept of karma and how it affects one's life and spiritual progress. The teachings emphasize moral integrity and the cultivation of virtue as essential components of spiritual development. Li introduces the central idea of Falun, a spinning energy wheel installed in the practitioner's lower abdomen, which he claims helps to purify the body and cultivate energy. He explains how practicing the exercises and adhering to the moral principles of Falun Dafa can lead to physical health improvements and spiritual enlightenment. Throughout the book, Li Hongzhi addresses common misunderstandings and questions about cultivation practice. He discusses the relationship between mind and body, the importance of maintaining a pure heart, and the role of suffering in the cultivation process. Li also touches on supernatural phenomena and the existence of higher dimensions, offering a perspective that integrates Eastern spiritual traditions with modern understandings. Zhuan Falun emphasizes the importance of personal cultivation over seeking external power or supernatural abilities. Li Hongzhi advises practitioners to focus on self-improvement, ethical behavior, and inner peace, rather than pursuing fame, wealth, or psychic powers. The teachings encourage a disciplined and compassionate approach to life, promoting harmony with oneself and others. The book's style is straightforward and accessible, with Li Hongzhi often using anecdotes and analogies to illustrate complex spiritual concepts. He aims to make the teachings understandable to a broad audience, regardless of their prior knowledge of spiritual practices. Zhuan Falun has had a significant impact on millions of practitioners worldwide, offering a path to spiritual growth and personal transformation. However, it has also been the subject of controversy, particularly in China, where the government has banned Falun Dafa and persecuted its practitioners. Overall, Zhuan Falun is a profound and comprehensive guide to the principles and practice of Falun Dafa. It offers readers a deep understanding of the spiritual philosophy behind the practice and provides practical guidance for those seeking to cultivate their minds and bodies. The book's emphasis on moral integrity, compassion, and self-discipline resonates with those looking for a holistic approach to personal and spiritual development. Zhuan Falun by Li Hongzhi is the central text of Falun Dafa, also known as Falun Gong, a spiritual practice that combines elements of meditation, qigong exercises, and a moral philosophy. The book is structured into 9 lectures, each offering a detailed exposition of the practice's core principles, the nature of the universe, the human body, and the process of spiritual cultivation. Lecture 1: The True Purpose of Life. Li Hongzhi begins by exploring the fundamental purpose of human life, which he asserts is spiritual cultivation and returning to one's original, true self. He introduces the concept of Zhenshan Ren, truthfulness, compassion, forbearance as the guiding principles of Falun Dafa. Li explains that these principles are the nature of the universe and should be mirrored in the practitioner's life. He emphasizes the importance of moral integrity and the cultivation of virtue, suggesting that these qualities are essential for spiritual progress. Lecture 2: The Falun and Cultivation Energy. The second lecture introduces the central idea of the Falun, a spinning energy wheel that Li claims to install in the lower abdomen of practitioners. This Falun is said to rotate constantly, absorbing and emitting energy, thereby purifying the body and assisting in the cultivation of energy, Gong. Li explains the significance of the Falun and its role in transforming and balancing the body's energy systems. He also discusses the importance of practicing the Falun Dafa exercises to enhance this process. Lecture 3: Karma and Virtue. Li delves into the concept of karma, describing it as a form of black substance that accumulates due to immoral actions. Karma, according to Li, can manifest as physical or emotional suffering. Conversely, virtue, a white substance, accumulates through good deeds and moral behavior. Li explains that karma can be transformed into virtue through suffering, and that this transformation is a key aspect of spiritual cultivation. Practitioners are encouraged to endure hardships with patience and a positive attitude, seeing them as opportunities for spiritual growth. Lecture 4: Mind and Body. This lecture explores the relationship between the mind and body in the context of cultivation. Li emphasizes the importance of maintaining a pure and calm mind, free from attachments and negative emotions. He discusses the concept of xinxing, mind nature or moral character, and its critical role in determining one's spiritual level. Li advises practitioners to focus on self-improvement, ethical behavior, and the elimination of selfish thoughts to achieve harmony between mind and body. Lecture 5: Supernatural Abilities. Li touches on the subject of supernatural abilities, gongneng, that may develop through cultivation. He cautions practitioners against seeking these powers, emphasizing that the true goal of Falun Dafa is spiritual enlightenment and moral integrity, not the acquisition of supernatural abilities. Li explains that while these abilities may naturally manifest as a byproduct of cultivation, they should not be the focus of one's practice. Lecture 6: The Universal Law. In this lecture, Li Hongzhi discusses the concept of the Fa, law or principle, which he describes as the fundamental law of the universe. He explains that the Fa governs all aspects of existence and that aligning oneself with the Fa is essential for spiritual cultivation. Li emphasizes the importance of studying the teachings of Falun Dafa and integrating them into daily life to achieve spiritual harmony and enlightenment. Lecture 7: The Process of Cultivation. Li outlines the stages of the cultivation process, explaining that it involves continuous self-improvement and the elimination of attachments. He discusses the importance of xinxing tests, or moral trials, that practitioners may face, and how overcoming these challenges is crucial for spiritual advancement. Li also explains the concept of cultivation insanity, a temporary state of confusion or discomfort that can occur as practitioners undergo significant internal transformations. Lecture 8: The Role of Suffering. Suffering is presented as an integral part of the cultivation process. Li explains that enduring suffering with a positive attitude can help transform karma into virtue and purify the soul. He encourages practitioners to view hardships as opportunities for growth and to maintain compassion and forbearance in the face of adversity. Li stresses the importance of maintaining a peaceful and compassionate heart, regardless of external circumstances. Lecture 9: Higher Dimensions and Enlightenment. The final lecture explores the existence of higher dimensions and the ultimate goal of spiritual enlightenment. Li describes higher beings and celestial realms, suggesting that through diligent practice and adherence to Falun Dafa principles, practitioners can ascend to these higher levels of existence. He encourages practitioners to remain steadfast in their practice and to continually strive for self-improvement and alignment with the universal law. Zhuan Falun is not a narrative-driven book with traditional characters, locations, and events. Instead, it is a collection of teachings and principles intended to guide practitioners on their spiritual journey. The primary character is the author, Li Hongzhi, who serves as the teacher and guide for practitioners. The events in the book are the various lectures and teachings that Li delivers, each addressing different aspects of the practice and the spiritual path. The book outlines the struggles practitioners may face on their path to spiritual enlightenment, including the challenges of overcoming attachments, enduring suffering, and passing Xinqing tests. Li Hongzhi emphasizes that these struggles are necessary for spiritual growth and that success lies in maintaining moral integrity, compassion, and forbearance. The ultimate success, according to Li, is achieving spiritual enlightenment and aligning oneself with the universal law. Zhuan Falun concludes by reiterating the importance of continuous self-cultivation and adherence to the principles of truthfulness, compassion, and forbearance. Li Hongzhi encourages practitioners to remain dedicated to their practice, to overcome any obstacles with a positive and compassionate heart, and to strive for spiritual enlightenment. The book emphasizes that the journey of cultivation is ongoing, and that true success lies in the continuous effort to improve oneself and align with the universal law.
And that concludes Sunday's Wacky book summary. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed this content, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. This book and many more can be found below in the description. You can support our community by engaging in the comments section and share if you think others would enjoy this content as well. Thank you again for visiting the channel, and we will see you around soon.